Coach, obviously an emotional weekend for you. You know, you're tied to a lot of those players at Kentucky. You know, what's the anticipation like for you for this weekend?
Well, they're playing well. So they got a bunch of really good kids. Spent a lot of time with a lot of them. Happy to see the individual kids doing well, and hoping that we play well this weekend.
Yeah, how much has Andy came to you to try to get a scouting report on some of these guys? Because obviously you know this roster probably as well as anybody in the world could.
Well, we haven't got to that spot yet, and only because we played FIU the last 2 nights. You know, we just haven't got to that. But we'll sit down and we'll talk about them. And Andy and Mike are going to want to know, you know, what the pitcher's strengths are, what they can do, and what the out pitches are, and kind of their traits and you know, their abilities. So we'll go over that at some point in time. We won't spend a lot of time on it. You know, there's so much familiarity in the league, and you know, you can watch everything on TV. There's video everywhere, scouting reports, and so it gets to a spot where you have a pretty good idea or a great idea, what the individual pitcher or hitter can do, and then it comes down to the execution.
What are the things been like for you? Obviously, you've had your hands full with a number of injuries and trying to piece together a rotation and a bullpen. You know, how frustrating is that, and how much of a challenge has that been for you this year?
I haven't spent much time on the frustration part, trying to figure out how to put the pieces together and trying to help the individual kids get better. As you've watched our club pitch over the last 2-3 weeks, obviously we got some young guys that are getting better in the bullpen, so that's been nice to be a part of. Happy for those guys. Encouraged that maybe we can continue that progress moving forward. Don't spend any time on the injuries. Although I would say we don't need any more.
Well, how good is it to have a guy like Connor Pilkington at the top of that rotation, a big guy to throw out there on Friday nights? You know you're most likely going to get a great outing out of him every
well,
time.
You don't take anything for granted, but certainly really impressed with Connor's development, Connor's growth, the type of person that he is. He's going to keep getting better as time moves forward for him. You know, this season, next season, as he moves on through baseball, he's going to keep getting better. He's got that type of work ethic and that type of mental makeup. But when you run that Friday night guy out there, it's really important for everybody in the league. You know, that guy's got to go get you 6-7 innings. You know, if you want to have a good weekend, and Connor's done a really good job for us.
I know your numbers in the bullpen is kind of low right now, but it looks like Andy is like, and probably your philosophy as well, want to get those guys out there, get them in and get them out, and try to preserve them so you can use them multiple times over a weekend.
You mean low just in terms of numbers of bodies?
Right.
Yeah. Well, I think when you're pitching as many freshmen and sophomores and first-year guys as we are, I mean, because Cole's a sophomore, but obviously he's a freshman pitcher, you know, in that regard. I think it's really beneficial to be able to run them in and have them have some success, get them out, do the best you can, and matching up the next guy and putting him in a position to be successful, and that's what we've tried to do.